Let's get real. Think about it. You spent more than a decade of your life inside those four walls, day after day, year after year. That's a huge chunk of your childhood and teenage years, all dedicated to school. You spent over 21,000 hours in school, memorizing facts, writing essays, dissecting frogs. You learned the Pythagorean theorem, the causes of World War I, and maybe even how to recite a few lines of Shakespeare. You probably aced a few tests, stressed over group projects, and pulled all-nighters for finals. But did anyone teach you how to do your taxes, build credit, or invest? Did you ever have a class on budgeting, understanding interest rates, or what a 401k even is? Most of us left school with a head full of trivia, but not the tools to handle real-world money. For most, the answer is no. When it comes to the basics of personal finance, we're left to figure it out on our own, usually by making mistakes that cost us. We graduate knowing Shakespeare, but not how to manage money, the thing that shapes our freedom and choices. We can analyze poetry but struggle to read a pay stub or understand a loan agreement. The system gives you a diploma, not a financial education. It hands you a certificate, but not the confidence to navigate rent, bills, or credit cards. It preps you for pop quizzes, not mortgages. You learn to cram for tests, but not to plan for your financial future. This isn't a mistake, it's by design. The system was built to create good workers, not independent thinkers or financially savvy adults. We're taught to be academically smart, but financially clueless. We know how to solve for X, but not how to balance a checkbook or avoid debt traps. The world runs on money, yet school barely whispers its name. Money is everywhere in adult life, but it's almost invisible in the classroom. That's why so many smart, hardworking people struggle financially, not because they're lazy, but because they never got the playbook. They're left to learn the hard way, often after making costly mistakes. The system teaches you to earn money, not to make money work for you. It's all about getting a job, not building wealth or financial security. To understand why, we need to look at the history of education, because once you see the foundation, you'll understand why the whole house is shaky. The roots of our school system go deep, and they explain a lot about what's missing today. Let's go back in time. Let's see how we got here and what we can do about it. The modern school system was born during the Industrial Revolution, not to create innovators but to mass-produce obedient workers. Bells, rows of desks, batch processing by age, it all mirrors the factory floor. The curriculum rewards memorization, not critical thinking or risk-taking. Schools train you to follow orders, seek external validation, and avoid risk, the opposite of what entrepreneurs do. The system wasn't built to create bosses, it was built to create employees. That's why you never learned how to build wealth in school. The missing curriculum? Financial literacy, entrepreneurship, and real-world skills. You learn algebra, but not how to calculate the cost of debt or harness compound interest. You're taught to be a consumer, not an investor. Sales, negotiation, and building a business are ignored, yet these are the skills that create independence. School teaches you to trade time for money, never how to build assets that work for you. There's no education on contracts, taxes, or building a network. You're left to figure it out through costly mistakes. This isn't an oversight. It's a system designed to keep you average. The system funnels you from classroom to cubicle, guiding you through a predetermined path that seems inescapable. Straight into debt. You're told college is the only path to success, the golden ticket to a prosperous future, so you take on loans without understanding the long-term consequences. Graduation means pressure to get a good job, just enough to cover your debts and basic expenses. You can't afford to take risks or explore alternative paths, or pursue your passion. You're shackled to your salary. To keep up with the rising cost of living, you take on more debt. Credit cards, car loans, and other financial burdens. Mortgages soon follow. Before you know it, your paycheck is gone before it even arrives. You're living paycheck to paycheck, constantly stressed about making ends meet, no matter your income. Debt keeps you compliant, risk-averse, and fearful of stepping out of line. And stuck. The path was never about your freedom. It was about keeping you in the system, ensuring you remain a cog in the machine. It was about maintaining the status quo, keeping you in a cycle that benefits everyone but you. School doesn't just teach subjects, it conditions you for the 9-to-5 grind. Fixed schedules, waiting for instructions, fearing failure, these habits make you a perfect employee. You're taught to seek security, not opportunity, to rent your time, not own your assets. The system rewards conformity, not creativity or problem solving. You learn to play it safe, to avoid mistakes, and to value a steady paycheck over growth. The wealthiest people own the systems, not the jobs. The 9-to-5 mindset keeps you stuck, unfulfilled, and unable to imagine a life beyond the cubicle. It's powerful mental programming, and it's time to break free. So what skills actually build wealth? First, financial intelligence. Understand money, assets, taxes, and investments. Next, digital marketing. Attention is the new currency. Learn to reach people online, build brands, and sell globally. Master sales and communication. Everything in life is a sale, from job interviews to business deals. Learn to negotiate, persuade, and solve problems. Finally, adopt an entrepreneurial mindset. Take ownership, embrace risk, and become a creator, not just a consumer. These skills aren't taught in school, but they're everywhere if you seek them out. They're the foundation of real freedom and wealth. Start learning them now. Now you know, the system was built to create workers, not wealthy individuals. For generations, we've been taught to follow instructions, fit in, and do what we're told. But the world has changed, and the old rules no longer guarantee success or fulfillment. The question is, what will you do about it? Will you keep following the same path, or will you choose to break free and forge your own way forward? Take responsibility for your real education. True learning doesn't end with a diploma. It's a lifelong journey. Seek out knowledge that empowers you, not just what's handed to you. Read, listen, watch, and find mentors. Surround yourself with people who challenge your thinking and inspire you to grow beyond your comfort zone. Fill the gaps school left behind. No one will do it for you. The most valuable lessons are often the ones you seek out on your own, outside the classroom walls. Question everything: the need for a job, the normalcy of debt, the fear of failure. Challenge the beliefs you've inherited, and ask yourself if they truly serve you. Unlearn the beliefs that keep you small. Let go of limitations that were never really yours to begin with, and make space for new possibilities. Relearn the principles that create freedom. Focus on building skills, habits, and mindsets that open doors and create opportunities. This is about reclaiming your power and becoming the pilot of your own life. You have the ability to chart your own course and rise above the limits set by others. The path to wealth isn't a secret. It's education, mindset, and action. It's about making intentional choices, learning from mistakes, and never settling for less than you deserve. It starts today with your decision to step off the assembly line. The moment you choose to think differently, you begin to change your future. The choice is yours. Will you keep repeating the past, or will you take the leap and create a new story for yourself? What will you choose?